So what do you do? How do you take care of your health? What time are you waking up in the morning? Are you sleeping 8 hours?
So I actually wake up around 5 and I go to bed early. So literally like regimen down to the minute, like literally 9 p.m. I'm out like a light and up at 5 in the morning. So I am so regimented to my body. I don't need an alarm clock. My body automatically gets up. My body automatically goes to sleep because it knows same routine
Yeah, yeah.
every single day. So I'm
I'm the same way.
highly regulated. Even what I eat and what I drink, same thing. I'm very regimented that I try to keep exactly the same fuel in my body. It makes me feel good. It knows how to react. So I try to keep very consistent in how I exercise, what I eat, what I drink. It's very important.
So give me your routine. So you wake up at 5 in the morning. What are the first 5 or 10 things you do in the morning?
Well, I do look at my phone. I will tell you
It's so hard
honestly.
not to, isn't it?
I
Even
mean,
though you
I
know
do
it's bad
read,
for you, you know it's bad for you. You know it's just going
but
to
we
suck
all
you
know
in.
it's bad.
Sucks you in. I agree.
But I will tell you, even my company, everybody at my company knows I go to sleep at 9 o'clock. So honestly, by like 8:30, regardless if they're on the West Coast, people like they know not to email me. Like they literally know up to about 8:30, I will still respond. Like I'm still
Really?
responding. Yes, I am on it. But at 8:30, it's almost like the whole industry knows don't email her. She's not going to respond to you. And then they pick it up again in the morning. So I do look at my phone. I definitely will see if there's anything that I need to address there. Then I meditate. I actually start my day with a morning meditation to kind of make my
Yeah.
mind cleanse and
Hmm.
start my day. And then I do a company video every single morning. Makes no difference of COVID. What you're seeing right now is my home office. This is, my home office that I'm in. So every single morning, I do a video to my entire company and I give shout outs if we get a compliment from a client. I'll do anniversary. We celebrate when people have been with the company a certain amount of time. Or if I need to let them know of a guideline change or, hey, pay attention to this, or we really want to focus in, or we notice that. So, but it's always uplifting. It's always positive, and I'm able to connect with my team.
Oh
And
man,
then
I
I
love it.
start
How long
all
is
the
the
reports.
video? How long
Oh,
is the video?
it's short. It's maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. It's like boom, boom, and that's it.
Wow, I love that. And
Yep,
and they and your team, your the people in your organization are now watching it on their time as opposed to calling everybody together at
that's
seven
right.
o'clock every single day. I really like that.
Do can I share the story of how it started?
Yeah,
All
I'd
right.
love to
So,
hear it.
because there's a reason why it started. So, I remember I spent the winter in Arizona. So last year I was back from Arizona. So now it's the middle of March, and I actually was in the ladies' room coming out, and the VP of compliance stopped me and said, "Oh my goodness, Laura, you're back." And I said, "Yes, I'm back." She said, "It's really weird. Just seeing your car in the parking lot makes me feel better." She goes, "Even though you're working from Arizona, it's just when we don't see you or feel you, it just feels like something's not right in the company." At that moment, I got an idea. I said, "You know what? I'm going to make it so they can see me every single day. Every single team member will be able to see me." And I got to tell you, during those couple of really crazy weeks when all of the turmoil in the mortgage industry was happening, I can't tell you how many team members said, "Laura, just seeing that you don't look stressed, just seeing that you're not feeling overwhelmed when you're speaking to us, it made us realize everything's going to be okay."
Love it. Now, are you in sweats or do you
No, I'm
dress
like
up?
this. This is, yeah. Every day I dress like I usually wear a dress or no. I dress. I literally have high heel sandals on at the moment. Yes.
I have shorts. But it's 90 degrees here today. Wow, I love that. Now, how about meetings where you get the collaboration or
Yep.
do you have Zoom meetings with your
Yep.
team? How often?
So every week I do multiple meetings. Okay. So I'll do my sales team where my account executives and my inside sales teams every week we do that. But I also weekly do a manager meeting, meaning every vice president of every division and department within our company, we meet on Friday mornings. So what I do is I'll give kind of the State of the Union from our company perspective, and then we go around from each department kind of saying what they're working on, what happened, this week, so that they're given a culmination. And each one shares to be able to understand collectively as a company what each area is working on and what they're doing for that particular week and the upcoming week. It's always lighthearted. It's always, I mean, years ago, I used to actually even show videos and stuff. Like I would pull up like YouTube videos and we would speak about things and we would role play and stuff. I don't necessarily do that anymore because now we've gotten larger and it would take
Right.
up too much time. But everybody looks forward to those meetings. It's not a grueling, oh, another meeting. It's more of, oh, I can't wait to share, with the rest of the team,
Mm-hmm.
how we're doing, what we're working on, and what we're doing going into next week.
Wow. So I kind of took you off track there, but you wake up in the morning, you jump on your phone, you handle any fires or anything that's
Yes.
important right away. You go, you meditate for a while, you get
Mhm.
ready, you do your company video, and then
And
what?
then it's reports. Then it's
Okay.
reports. I mean, at that point, I'm diving into analyzing what came in yesterday, what went out yesterday, what's currently in the pipeline. So I analyze everything. And that's why I like to do it very early in the day. Again, everybody knows you don't call Laura before 8 o'clock. Why? Because Laura's focused on analyzing what's going on within the company based on yesterday. And I'm also analyzing what we need to focus on today. So during that time, once I jump into work, I'm analyzing all the reports. And then based on the reports, of course, I'm communicating with each of the departments. Okay, do I need to get with secondary on something? Do I need to get with the operations team, the sales team? And then from there, I'm making decisions as we're starting our day. So by the time 8 o'clock comes, at that time, it's kind of like, okay, now people can call me. Now we can start having conversations. And then 9 o'clock every day, the executive committee, so the partners of the company, because I'm also a partner of AFR, I'm an owner, the only woman owner. So we actually meet every single day at 9 o'clock as an executive team to see if there's anything we need to go over.
Wow. And then after that, I'm sure it's just
Well,
handling the
then, yeah,
stuff. The day gets
the day.
wild and you
Yes.
back till to tomorrow. That's really good. And so are there times where I mean I think I know the answer. I want to know kind of how you handle it. So when you feel off, some challenges in life or business or watching some sad news or
I don't
uh,
watch sad news.
I love it. That's my answer. Um, how do you keep that energy level high? I'm sure there's times where you feel like, oh man, I mean, you're in the mortgage industry, so you've got those periods of time where uh, the market goes in the wrong direction, or
Mhm.
you didn't hedge properly, or whatever.
Yep.
But
It's
how do you manage your mood?
so during that time in the morning when I'm doing my reports, I'm actually feeding my brain. And what that means is I'm listening to things that help me stay in the right frame of mind. Sometimes it's educational. It could be a podcast. I love listening to podcasts. So maybe it's a podcast where I want to hear someone's perspective or someone's advice, or maybe it's an author that wrote a book, that might want to share some insights on stuff.
This is while
Or
you're reviewing your reports.
while I'm doing my reports, I'll have it, like I always have my iPad next to me, and my iPad's there while I have my desktop. So now what I listen to depends on that mood, right? Okay. So there's days, listen, I just need pure motivation. I just need to listen to get in there, get it done. You're the man, you're the woman, it's time to get it done. That's not always. I need that every once in a while. most of the time, I like to have things that make me think. I
Hmm.
like to, I'm also, we spoke about starting in telemarketing and going back to my roots. I am very, very into what makes people say yes or no to things.
Hmm.
And so I really like to understand what makes people react. Okay. So I'm very into TED Talks, big, big, big TED Talk person. So I will listen a lot about why your brain makes you do this, or why do people use certain body language, right? How to read people's body language, how to do certain things from a psychology standpoint. Most of the time, I'm listening to that type of stuff because, again, I'm looking at reports while I'm kind of listening, so it's in the background. Now, other days, maybe I need to listen to just music. Some days, I just put on my playlist, and I have different playlists. I have one playlist that's like, all right, we're doing this. Other playlists might just be a little calmer, and it might just be something to soothe me. But you have to, for yourself, you have to learn what works. So when you're in a, oh my goodness mood, oh, I got that. I know what to go to. If you're in a, man, I just need a kick in the behind and get this going. All right, I got that playlist. Figure out what works for you, because every single person is going to have their different go-to.
For sure.
I'm fortunate enough at this point, this time in my life, I got it. I know exactly what the recipe is, depending on how I feel. But bottom line, Dan, I have thousands of clients relying on me. I have hundreds of team members relying on me. I can't have an off day. I can't. It's an obligation that I owe them for trusting me, for following me. And that's my responsibility to get myself in check to make sure that.
Yeah, but I think one thing you said earlier, though, I think people would get it from you more than anybody because is authenticity. So
Yes.
if you feel down, if you, I mean, and you're able to, in a positive way, say this happened, this is what I'm dealing with, this is how I'm handling it, and let's go, right? I think there's an opportunity to build trust with your team when they see that you're a human dealing with the ups and
But
downs
I
of
am a human, and what they get is authentic. It's just I know how to
how you
get
deal with
myself
it.
in the right frame of
Yeah,
mind. So it
yeah,
is authentic.
yeah. Now, are you do you have a coach or a
I do
consultant?
never.
Never?
I have never. It's actually funny you said that, because just today I'm in charge. I am the chairwoman of the AIM Women's Mortgage Network. I actually made a group called the Women's Mortgage Network. And I was on a call with a couple of the ladies, and we were having a conversation about our different subcommittees that we're going to have. And one of them, I said, we should have like a mentoring subcommittee. And they said, well, Laura, who mentored you, and what coaches did you use?
You go,
I said, do you know I have never had a mentor or a coach? And it's not that I'm against it, not at all. I just never did. I was so focused and so busy, like kind of going on a path of
yeah,
where I
but
needed
I
to
think a
go.
way that you do get coached or mentored, you're listening to a TED Talks or
I
you're
am.
listening to some in an indirect way, that's coaching, right? They're
It is.
inspiring you, they're getting you to think, they're getting you to design kind of the way you want to design just from little sentences
You're
they
right.
use. So I think I mean you're a learner, so that you what I've told people who don't have a coach, then go to my next question is, well, how do you feed the brain? How do you learn? And if you don't have a coach, read
Yep,
podcasts, audiobooks. Yeah. Now you probably coach people on your team,
I do.
right? So, how much time during your day do you spend nurturing the direct reports that you have? Is there a plan for that?
That's the whole day. Remember how my day is set up. By 8 o'clock, I finished all my reports and I already gave direction, right? I've already gave my directives for the day. Then we go to committee, which is my executive committee, where the partners come together with
Mm-hmm.
anything that we have to deal with at a higher level. My whole rest of the day, I mean, of course I have meetings, you know, you have meetings about different things, but my team knows that whole rest of the day is for them. It's for me being there for them, that when some problem comes up, you know, when it's like, uh-oh, this
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, we just discovered this on this particular family's loan, or uh-oh, there is a problem in QC, or, you know, the things that just happen during the day.
Right.
So I am working with my direct reports the whole rest of the day, that again, I have to be there for them. That is a responsibility of mine, to make sure that they know they're not in it alone. We are there working together, and that's been very important to me. It, you know, titles mean nothing to me. It really does. I mean, you have to understand that when I came into AFR, my title was Director of Operations. Now, I was the person running everything, making every decision, and it was Director of Operations. And yes, I got the title President 2 years ago, but what does it matter? You know what I mean? At
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, it's my passion, my baby, of building something, and a whole team that makes it happen. The whole team. And so during the day, you have to be there for your team, regardless of who they are, what their problem is, how big or small or whatever size. And you have to be there to coach them and help them and let them know they're not in it alone.
So so you've been through, like me, you've been through all the markets
Yep.
and you know, the ups and downs and crazy. How are you communicating the excitement of what we're experiencing, the opportunity, and then how do you also coach people on preparation for the different times that come? Um,
One of the glories of AFR and being here is I've always been able to pivot us, whether it was the glory days or whether it was the, oh my goodness, where's the next deal coming from? And all of that, I'm going to tell you why I was successful at pivoting, okay? Whether it was growth or whether it was maneuvering. My team trusts me. You have to, as a leader, be able to have a team that, even if it's a crazy idea, hey guys, guess what, we're no longer going to do this, we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you the vision of what it's going to look like at the end.
Love it.
I've done it multiple times in our company history, because you do have to pivot with cycles, you know, that you have, it's that or be extinct. I mean, it's
Right.
one or the other. And every single time, no matter what I've told my team, it went from me to the next layer, to the next layer, to where everybody bought in, followed through, looking for that vision, and we made it happen because of trust.
Absolutely. They trust you. It's your energy. It's your experience level. It's, you know, not panicking. I've been telling people that, you know, when they're deciding on a company to go to, um, you know, the companies that have been around a long time know how to navigate
Yeah.
through at some point what's coming. At some point, rates are going to go up. The refi surge is going to slow down, but it's not the end, right? It's the beginning of
Right.
another opportunity. It's pivoting. It's figuring out. And I think a lot of companies go wrong with thinking that that just means laying people off,
No.
and because I think, you know, that automatically, you know, kills you. Is, you know, massive layoffs change your culture, change the mood, changes your
Right.
energy, and pivoting into a different direction is absolutely the way to go. We've been in business 31 years, and I think I pride myself on, you know, in kind of a sick sort of way. I like when the industry gets a
Me
little
too.
challenging.
Me too.
It's where you could grow. It's
That's right.
because
That's
you
that's when you rise, you know, where all of a sudden the rubber meets the road,
game
and
on.
you
Yeah,
see you
yeah,
see who those true top level people are. So yes, I
absolutely.
agree.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people say, "Oh, I wish rates went up," but and and I'm really careful with that because I'm also feeling really blessed to be able to serve
Yes.
more families now, and I'm watching new loan officers establish themselves when by being able to buy their first home. They have
That's
young
awesome.
families. I love that feeling as well.
Of
Um,
course.
so what's on the horizon for you and your company? What do you see? Anything coming differently?
I don't think so. I mean, obviously more of the same. Obviously, there's so much business and so much opportunity now. I mean, we will continue. You mentioned about, the brokers were down and then the brokers came up. Very early on when the brokers started coming back, I saw that opportunity. I was one of the first people to jump in and say, "Yep, I was always broker," and that was another pivot. That was
Yeah,
a smart
yeah.
pivot, and I saw that and I recognized that, and it was, again, it was authentic. I didn't come out and say, "Oh, I'm doing this because it's an opportunity." I came out and said, "I believe in this and I believe in you." So from a company standpoint, we definitely are dedicated to that space. It's something that we're owning. We're going to continue to fulfill that wholesale market. It's near and dear to us, and continue to take advantage. You said this market is great. There's so many families that we can help, and we're going to continue to do that and own those opportunities with that. So just more of taking advantage of that.
I think you're positioned so well because I think you get lots of business when rates are down, but I think when rates go back up, and I think this was happening, like you said, rate became a little more of the conversation
Yeah,
than it was before. Independence. So I think the broker world started really gaining some momentum, and then rates dropped quite a bit. It saved a lot of the
it
lenders
did.
out there, and I think when rates go back up, it's going to be another opportunity for the wholesale the broker world. I think we'll see.
We'll
Um,
see.
well,
We'll see, right? I mean, it's always that. Listen, we've been doing this a long time. We know that the cycle, if
it's a cycle.
one thing's for sure, change is going to happen, right? It's
Yep.
not going to stay the same.
Yep.
And that's probably one of the reasons why we love what we do. Of course, we love bringing families home, but we also like it's not the same thing all the time. It's ever changing.
Totally, totally. Everything changes. Product changes. Everything changes.
Yep.
Well, Laura, I really enjoyed our conversation. Enjoyed meeting you. I'm really impressed with what you've built and certainly your energy. How can people get a hold of you if they want to pick your brain
Sure.
a little more?
Absolutely. So, Laura at afrwholesale.com. And by all means, follow me on social media. I'm a big person out there, always on LinkedIn and all that good stuff. So, by all means, connect to me. I'd love to hear from you. I certainly have a passion for this industry and always
Clearly,
willing to help.
clearly. I love your energy, man. That's cool. I'm going to probably be reaching out to you. Um, well, Laura, thank you very much. Have an awesome day
Wonderful. It
or
was a
night.
pleasure, Dan. Thanks so much.
You
All the
bet.
best.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.